Record and off we go. All right, welcome everyone. It's so wonderful to see all of you. This is our Hylo community event, May edition. And the intention of these gatherings is to come together, meet one another, and learn how we can best support one another. So as always, we're going to continuously go on a journey where we get to hear from some of our incredible Hylo team members, as well as having the opportunity to feature some incredible talent. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce the amazing Indy, who is a regenerative advocate working on policy with the California Donut Economics Coalition. He also has a humble. Can we go? I'm gonna ask everyone to mute themselves if they're not talking. That would be wonderful. Thank you. He has a humble podcast, Political Hope, which features luminaries in diverse fields across the world. I had the chance of meeting Indy in a different community, the space community, and our world have weaven over at Hylo. So Indy, take us on a journey.
Thank you so much, Yasmin. Thank you everybody for being here, and Grisha and Claire for creating the container for all of us to come together. Really appreciate all of you all for showing up. So my invitation, I have a beautiful Bansuri flute here, a classical Indian flute, a flute that Krishna played and plays, I guess, if you want to consider him still continuing to do what he does. So I'm going to share the flute with you in a moment, but the invitation is for us all to connect with some of our morphic resonance, for us to connect through the virtual space in a way that we can connect the best we can right now, but also it's an invitation to connect to a theme so that our conversation is a little bit more, has sacredness and can actually fulfill some of the intentions we all are coming in with. And so as I play this, the invitation is going to take some breaths, deep breaths into your belly, to hold those breaths and to breathe out gently and just to tune in with yourself. And as I play as well, my invitation also is to meditate and think about the mycelial network that's within our own bodies and our nervous system, but also the mycelial network between all of us and with nature, and how when we connect with each other in that way, we start to also understand what kind of things we need when we talk about mutual aid and mutual services and mutual connections and mutual appreciation, but also mutual doing. So just imagining those actualizations of mutuality through the mycelial network within us, around the world and nature, and maybe some cosmic mycelial cord. So here we go. So take some breaths. Keep it going. Here we go. This last few breaths, let's do it really intentionally and together, to breathe in deeply and to hold it and to hold it and hold it and to sigh out loud together. Ah. We can do it one more time. Now you guys get the flow. Breathe in deeply, morphically, breathe it in, and then morphically sigh together. Ah. All right. So now that we're all tuned in with our breath through the cosmic mycelial network, Yasmin, Grisha, Claire, take it away.
Thank you, Indy. Thank you so much for saying yes and for being here with us while you're on a journey, taking us on a different journey as well, or parallel. It's all one thing. So with that, I'd love to invite Claire our incredible co-creator at Hylo, to share some words.
Yeah, hey everyone. So nice to see you all. Thanks for being here today. I'm Hylo's Director of Product, and I just wanted to share a few words about where we are development-wise and some of the exciting things we're working on. For those of you who are more new to Hylo, Hylo is a free, open source, community-led, and really community-driven coordination platform for purpose-driven groups. And all of you amazing people who are doing incredible work in the world, that is who this is in service to. And our purpose as a platform is to activate the full potential of purpose-driven groups to create a flourishing future for all life. So hopefully that resonates. And yeah, it's really about creating a technology that can really support groups to be the very best that they can be and the very most impactful that we can all be together. And yeah, so that's what's inspiring us. And in terms of features, we've been working on a number of governance features. And that is in partnership with our friends at Open Team, the open technology ecosystem for agricultural management. It's an amazing community of people involved in regenerative agriculture. And the feature we're putting the finishing touches on right now is proposals. So this means it's a new post type on Hylo, and the person that's creating it can then introduce a decision to the group that they would like the group to make together. It's a pretty flexible and customizable proposals a way of doing this. So people can do polls, you can do multiple choice, you can do pass fail, yes, no. It's very dynamic, but the idea is to create a simple native to Hylo way for groups to be making decisions amongst themselves. So we're going to be launching that probably in the next few weeks. So we're really excited to introduce that and have everyone join us in testing it out, finding the bugs, using it, seeing if it's useful or what ideas you have. So that's just something we're really excited to be sharing soon. And then the next big governance feature that we're doing after that is called community moderation. And this feature is currently in design and just like product specification. Community moderation means that everyone in a group would have the power to participate in moderation of that group. So instead of moderation being something that only the select few admins can do, as it is on most social platforms, this would be something that anyone in the group could participate in. And in our designs, we're allowing people to flag a post and say, hey, I think this breaks this specific agreement. And then other people in the group would be able to weigh in on that too. And then moderation becomes a shared decision and a shared sense making rather than just something that's top down or only one person can decide on. That's the feature in a nutshell, but we're going to be sharing a lot more about that in Building Hylo. We'll be sharing how we want to do the feature, our designs for it, and there will be opportunities for feedback and discussion on that. And we might even have some calls on it as well, because it's a really big feature and it's, moderation is one of the most challenging things on the internet. So we don't necessarily think that we're going to nail it or anything, but we're really excited to try some new ideas. And we really want to get everyone's participation and input on those. And the last thing I'll say is that we're going to be embarking on what we're casually calling a redesign of Hylo. And we don't have a strong opinion yet on exactly what that's going to mean, but we are approaching a season where we're going to have some spaciousness to really reevaluate the core experience of Hylo and address any of the biggest challenges or deepest concerns, or it's going to be an opportunity for us to make sure that Hylo is really creating the experience that our groups truly need and that it's working well, smoothly, it's usable, easy, and all of those things, that we're nailing all of that. And so that's going to be a process that we really want to invite all of you into. we're going to be hosting a series of calls all about that, which we would casually call a collabathon. And there will be opportunities for everyone here to be involved in that. And we'll probably start off with some amount of research and listening, where we want to hear from all of you on what do you truly need in your work in a group that technology can be supporting you with. What are the technologies you're using now? Are they working? Are they not? What can we do? What can we build into Hylo that's really going to serve you all so that your lives are easier, more joyful, getting more done as a group together? That's going to be the core of our inquiry. And we're going to kick that all off with a survey. So look out for that probably in early to mid-June, where we're going to be asking some of these questions up front and trying to gather as much information as possible to inform our direction here. And the goal is just to create the best possible software together, all of us, to serve the needs of these groups that are working so hard to create a better world. Yeah, so a little bit about what we're up to.
Amazing. Thank you, Claire, for sharing. Yeah, one of my favorite things about Hylo is the community. It's actually all of you. Having had a chance to meet some of the members, just the desire to like support one another and elevate each other is what it's about. And Hylo is building the tools to enable more of these connections to happen and collaborations. But it is really about what's happening here. So we're going to have a little glimpse of one of the features on Hylo, which is the Ask and Offer, where we get to share what we're working on, how we're using Hylo, what are some of the challenges. But before we get there, I would love to invite one of our superstar members, Taddong, who's been involved with Hylo for a long time. And he's going to share a bit about his experience, what's exciting with the Next Economy, how he's using Hylo, and what's next. So Taddong belongs to the Chamorro people of Guam and serves as the community steward for the Next Economy MBA program offered by the LIFT Economy. Their mission is basically dreaming up of clean air, clean food, and clean water for all the relatives of the land and all the generations to come. So the big question they're asking is, how do we create a world that works for everyone? With that, Taddong, the floor is all yours.
Dankelosa Duas Maasi. Thank you so much, Jasmine. Yeah, Guahusi Tadon Gogui Tatpahago, Tumorutsu, Liangura White, Tauta Manila, Tandaidasco Cruz, Tauta Santa Rita. My name is Tadon, and as Jasmine said, I belong to the Tumoro people of Guahan. And that dream that was, oh my goodness, I have a little thing there. That's my personal dream, and how that weaves into the community I'm part of is the LIFT Economy, which is an impact consulting firm, and their mission is to create, model, and share a racially just, regenerative, and locally self-reliant economy that works for the benefit of all life. So you can really hear how that weaves in with the mission of the Terran Collective, and really our vision, my intuition is strong that it's a shared vision of so many on this call, is really creating a world that works for all life, and where we meet our human needs in ways that benefit all life, not just humans, but our more than human relatives. And we really see every person on Earth with adequate access to basic needs and opportunities, so we can see thriving ecosystems increasing in biodiversity and abundance. So that's a little bit about the LIFT Economy, and the Next Economy MBA is really our way of trying to support those who are at all different stages of their journeys. We really reach out to entrepreneurs, intrapreneurs, people who are trying to change from within, and providing them with not only the skill set of the type of tools they need to perhaps bring one of these organizations, these Next Economy organizations, to life, but also a community, because we know that we can't do any of this alone. We can have the best idea in the world, but without our community, it'll just remain just an idea. And so it's a 9-month MBA program. It's not accredited in the Western academic industrial complex sense. We make it really accessible, and we have tuition that's based for our white allies, and then half off for POC. Happy to share more about that with folks one-on-one, but really I think the thing that what is one of the things that we can really offer with the Next Economy is Hylo. And like I said, in our mission is that we're trying to model this next world that we want, and Hylo is really part of that, because I'm really unaware of like any other space online, especially in the social sense, that isn't extractive, right? Where the platform isn't meant just to extract our data to sell to the highest bidder. And where it's designed with so much intention and love and compassion, where that's like that pro-social thing, where we're actually trying to engage in meaningful conversations rather than just like start flame wars. And so the way that we use it, we actually have I steward let's see, I think it'll be 15 different Hylo groups on Hylo. So we have one for anyone who's participated in a Next Economy offering, one for our alumni, which we have. They're not all on Hylo yet because we had a couple cohorts that existed prior to Hylo joining or Hylo coming into being. But we have cohorts like 3 through 12. And so we have like all of the alum and in like a big MBA cohort community. And then each cohort has their own. And on there, it's all of our offerings are offered virtually because we have participants all over the world taking the course. So it's really so folks, we have people doing like regenerative bamboo farms in the Philippines, all the way to like Dalmas, who is part of the Maasai tribe in Kenya, who's doing pastoralism and regenerative agriculture there, and like everyone in between. And so Hylo is like a place for them to like build community and share with each other, and these offerings and resources, job opportunities. It's really, I don't think the Next Economy MBA program would be what it is without Hylo, because that's like the one place outside of like the sessions that we offer on Zoom where people all over the world can like connect with each other. So I think I'm probably at time. I know we got like a whole hour programming after this, or so much time after this, but just deeply humbled and grateful that there are people with the ethics and the compassion and the heart and the intention that the Terran Collective has, and then all of you supporting making Hylo something that we can really have to have like a safe, beautiful, compassionate space online. So yeah, like my greatest thanks to Terran Collective and everyone here for the ways that you contribute and do your part in making that world that we all aspire to a little bit more real every day. So thank you, everyone.
Wow, thank you so much. That was so heartwarming to hear. Thank you for your time and all the incredible work that you're doing in this world. Okay, all right. Next, we are about to dive into what we call the ripple effect, which is exactly how it sounds. When two people or a group of humans come together and share ideas and start to help each other, a ripple happens and there's a ripple effect. And so one of my very good mentors has always told me that if we don't ask for support or for help, then nobody will ever know what we're working on and what our dream is. And so this space is designed to do just that, for you to share, the community that you're part of, whether it's on Hylo or somewhere else. But we'd love to know, once we dive into groups, what is a group that you're excited that you're a part of, and what are some of the needs that you have in your community, and how have you, helped support some of those challenges. So the invitation is to spend about 20 minutes. So I'm going to have 4 people in each group. I invite you to spend like 2 minutes each, and then the remaining 3 minutes for the rest of the group to ask questions, to reflect, offer ideas or insights. So keep it short. That way there's room for more people to share. And another key thing to remember is, when the person is sharing, give them your undivided attention. Don't look at your phone. Like, pretend that it's the last day on planet Earth. Like, it's just, this moment matters more than anything. And magic happens in those spaces. And so, all right, are we ready to dive in? How are we feeling? Are we excited? What's the energy level? Yes. Okay, great. Awesome. All right. On the count of 3, I'm gonna send you off into your breakout rooms. So I'm gonna have about, yes, 4 people per room. And off we go. I will see you back in 20 minutes. And again, share about the community that you're part of, some of the challenges and needs, and how and have the group kind of help you figure out your biggest need. All right. Enjoy. See you soon.
Here we are. Was I supposed to be in a group?
Yeah, let me send you off. Welcome back, everyone. I hope your conversations and exchanges were as fruitful as the ones I got to witness in the 3 rooms I got to pop around. So before we do collective reflections together, we're gonna run an experiment. This is actually technology driven experiment. I'm going to put a link in the chat in a moment let's see, where is the link? It's actually 2 links. One is Building Hylo, which I believe many of you are already on. The other one is Community Organizers Group. And what I'd love for us to do is to take a moment and reflect on the conversations you've had, and to basically think about a resource that's been very impactful for you as a community weaver, or either on Building Hylo or community organizers. And the ask is to go and post it. And the reason why we're doing this is because we want to spark more engagement on the platform. And we thought one way to do this is to collectively do it together and see what happens. So we're going to take about 3 minutes. Here are the 2 links in the chat. So this one is community organizers, and this one is Building Hylo. And to just make a post about, again, a resource that's been really impactful for you that you want to share with the rest of the community. How does that sound as an experiment? Awesome. All right, I'm gonna put some music in the background, and we'll be back in 3 minutes.
So it sounds like you're looking for like links, books, like podcasts, like things that are helping people on their community stewardship journey.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, cool.
How is everyone doing with sharing the resource? Is that easy, difficult?
Almost done.
Awesome.
It didn't work for me.
Didn't work for me either.
I tried to
can we
log in.
do?
I tried to log in, and in the login process, they wanted to send me a code to my email. So I waited for the code to my email, and it never came. I go, what?
Did you check your spam?
I did. I checked my spam too,
Hmm.
which surprised me, of course.
Okay, noted.
Charity, have you logged in before?
I got it. Yeah, oh yeah, I've been on the, well, at least on the app. But yeah, it did come. It came.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it just did. Okay, I got it.
Yay. Amazing.
I'll give it a try again just to get on.
Awesome. Well, I would love to hear, I mean, I know some of you are probably still crafting your resource, but since we have 10 more minutes, I'd love to hear some of the things you've come up with. And Adrian, you can put it in the main community wall, which is the main page. Actually, why don't I share?
What's this? I can't get me out of.
Yasmin, do you want to share your screen and walk through the process real quick?
Yeah, let me share my screen. There we go. Okay, so this is the community organizers group right here. And the way to create a post, you go to create, and then you could do discussion, request, offer, resource, project, event, or group. So in this case, it would be a resource. Then I just created mine, The Art of Gathering, which is this incredible book. I don't know if you heard of it, but this is
Really good book.
how we meet and why it matters. So then you post it here. And you're able to actually post in multiple groups as well. So right now I'm going to pick community organizers and Building Hylo. And I could even add my location, San Francisco, and then post. And voila. That is the process. But then I can jump on to a different community, let's say Building Hylo here, and I can see that the post has been created here as well. So I'm gonna stop sharing. Okay, well, we can come back together here for a moment and perhaps share some of the resources or even reflections from your conversations in the room before we take off. Anyone would like to share? Derek, go for it.
I just returned to you from a Buddhist retreat this weekend, and an opportunity to really be present with exactly where we are, because that's the only place that we have to be. And you know, what an incredible group of people as I look through and just feel your energy and receive the space of what you're putting out into the universe. And I'm so honored to have been able to share this space, and I look forward to supporting this platform and just finding means by which we can connect and support each other in what it is that we do. And yeah, thank you.
Wow, thank you, Derek. What a beautiful reflection. Thank you. Kevin, are you on a plane or really trying to figure out where you are?
I'm in New Mexico at Lake 13. But you can barely see the lake over there because it's so flat here. But yeah, I'm
That's
in a pickup, a pickup truck. So there's the tailgate.
I love that. And we know we have some new arrivals today. I know Zan and Okan just heard about Hylo for the first time. So I'm curious to hear your impressions of what you think on this first day of, I mean, we've known about Hylo for 10 plus years. So how's your experience been?
Well, so far great. Just trying to find my bearings. That's browsing the website, the application. Just was able to log in minutes ago. So yeah, trying to understand better. And I like to create maybe an accessibility community, but just need to learn a little bit better to be able to do that.
Nice.
Oh,
I think
absolutely.
probably similar. It's so motivating what the just opening of this call and then the breakout groups, hearing what folks were doing. It's like seems like a magical paradise land. So now I'm actually on the website trying to see, how to get in there to the magic. And I'm into the magical paradise land. It seems real so far. So most dreams just kind of dissolve when you wake up, but I'm in there. Turns out I had an account from sometime with consciousness hacking maybe, and so now I'm just trying to find this resource to I don't know, usually I just get excited about what it is and I forget to participate in it. So I'm actually going to try to post this cool resource. There was a company I found that will literally go out and apply for grants for you, like AI. Like, Yasmin, I'm trying to make a intro to this dude for you, but like it will literally go out and scrape the entire web for grants that your company is applicable for and apply to them with AI and only take a cut if you get the grant. So I'm gonna introduce you to the dude, but I'm gonna post the website for it. I finally
That
found the
sounds
website again.
amazing. That sounds like something Hylo can use because we're always applying for grants.
Yeah, and the website is kind of hidden. I had to find the website again, and I think the reason is it hasn't fully launched yet. They launch in like a week. So maybe everybody on this call can be the first people to use this tool before it just gets swamped. Once everybody finds out about this, it's going to be everybody's going to use the tool. So we got to get the grants. We got to get the grants while they're out there.
Love it. And I see, thank you all for posting. I'm seeing new posts, the community organizers, group in Hylo is alive. And Seth, you want to share about the Solidarity Economy Network? I'm super intrigued.
Yeah, I'm I am on their email list, and their the Solidarity Economy is it's larger. It's like global as well, but within the U.S., that's the entity that I'm aware of, and just folks like mutual aid and cooperatives and just a variety of public banking, a variety of organizations trying to create a post-capitalist alternatives.
I love that. Tibet, I'd love for you to maybe dive in a bit on the asks and offers. It would be great because one of the most, I'd say, interesting features on Hylo beyond the map feature, where you could see people around you and projects around you, and even indigenous land names on the map, which is so cool. Nobody does that in any of the platforms that I'm aware of. But one of the other features is the asks and offers, which we kind of had a bit of a glimpse of it in this session, but it's something you can do ongoing using the platform. So Tibet, do you want to share your screen and share a bit about how it works?
Yeah, I mean, I was just inspired because the conversation I had with Nyla and Midi and Sergey was really amazing and so synergistic. And we talked a lot about asks and offers, and we also talked about how needs might be a more powerful framing than asks or requests, actually. And we talked about time banking and new economy stuff, and yeah, so many cool things. This organization that Nyla is involved in, called the was it School of the Ecoscene, or School for the Ecoscene. Really cool. I'll put the link in the chat. But it inspired me. I would love to show one way that we use Hylo in case you haven't seen this, let me see, why is it not showing my correct window to share? Here we go. This is also a sneak peek into our Hylo general circle, the inner workings of how we govern Hylo. So we have a custom view called Open Requests and Offers, which I think we might actually want to make a like one that is default to most groups. And basically, it shows any active requests or offers. So we use this as a way to see like what are things that we're asking for support on or have questions about in the group, or things we still need to discuss in one of our meetings and make a decision on. And then as you mark something as complete, so it says, is this offer still available? If I mark this as unavailable, it'll disappear out of this custom view because it's only showing active ones. And so it's a way to like keep a list of important, well, open asks or offers if you're using it for mutual aid or decisions or things that you want to do in your group. And I can quickly show how we do that in our custom view section, where you can create a custom view. In this case, it's a post stream, and you can say which post types you want to display, so requests and offers, and check only include active posts. And you could also say only include posts of a certain topic if you want to have different kind of filtered views in that way. So I just wanted to show that, and there's much more that we want to do with asks and offers. This is just the beginning of this functionality, and we'd love to work with all of you to figure out how we do like sophisticated matching of, you know, maybe somebody has something they need and someone has a skill that can support them. How do we sort of automate some of that process of connecting people? And, you know, maybe automated reminders or email digests of your group currently has these open asks, open requests, things like that. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you, Tibet. Very, very cool. Yeah, I think that's a really interesting feature to have available for all the communities. One of the things I heard in the groups that I was part of today was, you know, some people are in one group and they're not aware that there's all these other groups. And so do you want to speak to that? Like what, in terms of diversity of groups that are on there, and some of the weaving that happens sometimes across groups and communities? Tibet or Claire, perhaps?
Sorry, can you repeat the question? I got distracted.
Yeah, I was just saying, you know, I was just talking to some members that they weren't aware that there were other communities on Hylo, that they thought it was just their group, that, you know, some of them were active, some of them were not as active, but they had no idea that there is like hundreds of groups going on in communities on Hylo. So maybe speak to that and share about some of those, maybe some examples, or yeah.
Yeah, totally. Well, it's especially easy to see if you're looking at Hylo on web. But if you go to your group navigation, which is all the way in the top left, the 3 lines, you'll see all the groups you're a part of in that little drawer that pops out. But you'll also see public stream, public groups, and public map. And so that's when you get into the whole like global mycelial view of Hylo. And you can see like there's just stuff happening all over the world. The public map is especially really fun to look at. But if you are looking to see what other groups are around, you can check out the public groups link, and you can just discover things, or if there's certain topics that you're interested in, you can search for those and discover groups that are on Hylo already. Yeah, the map.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes. So if you're into like regenerative agriculture or community weaving or whatever it might be, that is a great way to discover groups. I'm pretty sure there's going to be something for ag, but okay. Yeah, and we're trying to think about like how can we make this even more obvious to folks, like what other people are in this space, what other groups, and that's something we're super open to input on as well. Like we want to make it really easy for the connections to be made across groups, across individuals, so that like more and more we can be working all together.
Thank you, Claire. Well, awesome. I think we are at the top. Oh, David, you have a comment. Go for it.
So just I'll be quick then. So what I'd like to see on the Commons is the ability for more interactivity and more knowledge of our people in the Commons. So you fill out a biology, right? And I'm the worst offender. I have nothing under my biology, my card. So, but how do we find connection across groups that we're not part of? And then the other thing is, can you build a process that allows us to gather on a regular basis that invites us to start building community together in open spaces? Does that make sense? So not just connecting on an individual level, but how do we connect as a community, and how can we facilitate that better? That would be my only request.
I love that. Thank you, David. And I'd love to brainstorm some ideas with you at some point. Obviously, the community calls is a great way to do that. We come together once a month. In fact, I'm going to post the link for the next month's community experience. And we're also talking about having more in-person gatherings when we come together in live and not just virtually. So I just posted the link to join. I also want to actually share some of the resources that we have around onboarding a new group and just the community stewardship document, which helps you kind of understand. Let's see, let me put that in here. There we go. So those are some links that I would highly recommend checking out to give you a more sense of Hylo and the platform and how to onboard or transition maybe from one platform to Hylo, which I know was one of the questions asked, and then some video tutorials that walk you through the process. And with that, I'd love to invite everyone to put their camera on just for 30 seconds. I'd love to take a family photo, which we do every month. And it's so good to see all of your faces. Oh my goodness. Yay. There's so many of us. Love it. All right. On the count of 3, 3, 2, 1. Yay. Amazing. I just can't thank you enough for showing up and for saying yes, for being here, for the amazing work that you're all doing individually and collectively. And of course, to the Hylo team that's been working tirelessly for almost a decade on this mission. There's some exciting updates. We're not going to share them yet, but there's some exciting things happening in the Hylo world. So be on the lookout for some good news. And yeah, we're just thank you. I don't know if Tibet or Claire, Krisha, if you want to share some final words before we all go continue on our missions in this world.
Thank you. Thank you. See you next
Yeah.
month. And see you on Hylo.
We'll see you very soon.
Thanks, everyone. Take care.
See y'all later. This was awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Yasmin, if you and David end up talking about cool stuff, invite me.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Nice. All right. See y'all later.